Douglas had taken the midnight goods to a station on the other railway. He was shunting, ready for his return journey, when he heard a faint... That sounds like an engine, he thought. The came again. This time it sounded almost despairing. Who's there? He asked. A whisper came. Are you a Fat Controller's engine? Aye, I'm proud of it. Thank goodness. I'm Oliver. We're escaping to your railway, but we've run out of coal and have no more steam. Is it from scrap you're escaping? Yes. Then it's glad I'll be to help ye. But we maun work fast. Both crews joined in. They took off Oliver's side rods, wrote out transit labels, and chalked scrap everywhere they could. Douglas marshalled Oliver in front of his train. No time to turn round, he panted. I maun run tender first. Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo! Yelled a passing diesel. A steamer's escaping! Yoo-hoo! Douglas puffed firmly on. Take no notice, he counselled. But they were stopped before they could clear the station's throat. The foreman's lamp shone on Oliver. Ah, he exclaimed. A Western engine. His light flickered further back. A Western auto coach and goods brake too. You can't take these. Can we? No, said Douglas's driver. They're all for us. See for yourself. Douglas's guard showed him the labels and papers. Oliver's crew, hiding in the coach, hardly dared to breathe. Seems in order, said the foreman grudgingly. But it's queer. Sure and it is, began the guard. But I could tell you queerer. So could I, interrupted the foreman. Right away, guard. A near thing, puffed Douglas with relief. We've had worse, smiled Oliver. We ran at night. Friendly signalmen would pass us from box to box when no trains were about. We got on well till Control heard about a mystery train. Then they tried to hunt us down. What did you do? A signalman let us hide on an old quarry branch. Driver, fireman and guard blocked the cutting with rubbish and levered one of the approach rails away. We stayed there for days, with diesels baying and growling like hounds outside. I was very frightened then. Small blame to ye, said Douglas feelingly. Presently they rumbled over the bridge and onto the Fat Controller's railway. We're home. They can't catch you now. Tell Isabel and Toad, please. Douglas called out the news and heard a joyful ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling. He was surprised. Oliver chuckled. That's Isabel, he said. There's a bell on her, you see. She's clever. When we go out together, I pull one way and push the other. When I pull, I can see ahead. When I push, I can't. So Isabel keeps a good lookout and rings her bell to talk to me. Did you know, say? Douglas was impressed. About this dude, he continued. Is he... What do you wish? Said his driver. Yon's the works. We maun slip in unbeknownst and find a place for Oliver. Douglas tried hard to be quiet. But the night foreman heard them and had to be told their secret. I know just the place, he said, and showed them an empty siding nicely hidden away. Oliver said goodbye and thank you, and Douglas puffed away. Yon's an enterprising engine, he thought. I won away here with Donald, but I'd have been feared to do it on my own. Douglas arrived back in time to see Flying Scotsman take his enthusiasts home. The Fat Controller said he had all been honoured, and thanked Flying Scotsman and his owner for their help. Please tell everyone, he went on, that whatever happens elsewhere, steam will still be at work here. We shall be glad to welcome all who want to see and travel behind real engines. This announcement was greeted with cheers, and Flying Scotsman departed to the strains of Will Ye No Come Back Again, led, as one might expect, by Donald and Douglas. At last Douglas could tell his news. They were all excited about it, and agreed that something must be done for Oliver. "I'm feared," said Donald, "some murdering diesel may creep in, and him there alone, lacking steam even to whistle for help." "You're right," said James. "He won't be safe till the Fat Controller knows." "Douglas should tell him at once," said Gordon firmly. "Is it me speak to the Fat Controller? It's forwarded, think me, and maybe interfering." "Well, here he is," said a cheerful voice. "Now, what's all this about?" Duck broke the awkward silence. "Beg pardon, sir, but we do need another engine." "I agree, Duck. That is why I am giving 7101 another chance." Their faces showed such dismay that the Fat Controller had difficulty with his own. "Sir," ventured Gordon at last, "we had hoped for a real engine." "They," said the Fat Controller gravely, "are rare, and unless one escapes, there's little hope." "But, sir," burst out Donald, "one has." "And thanks to Douglas, is now at our works," announced the Fat Controller. "Sir," gasped Douglas, "is there anything you don't know?" "More than you think," he laughed. "Oliver's crew told me all you did, Douglas. Oh, sir, you couldn't see a braw wee engine, and him in trouble, and no do a wheel's turn. More than a wheel's turn, I fancy. Douglas, I'm pleased with you. Oliver, Isabel, and Toad will soon be ours. Oliver and Isabel are just what we need for Duck's branch line." Loud cheers greeted this announcement. "And Toad wants to be your brake van, Douglas." "Thank you, sir. I'd hoped for that. He and I'll do brawly together." That, of course, made everything right. The Fat Controller soon had Oliver, Isabel, and Toad mended and painted in full Great Western colours. Then he rescued 3 more Western auto coaches. 2, Alice and Mirabelle, he gave to Duck. The 3rd, Dulcie, joined Oliver and Isabel. Duck and Oliver are happy on their branch line. It runs along the coast to the small railway. "We reopen branches," they boast. They're very proud of this indeed. The others laughed at first and called their branch the Little Western. Duck and Oliver were delighted, and now no one ever thinks of calling it anything else.